Good morning, Stampers. Hey, everyone, it's Jody Breckville, Stampin' Queen. It is time for my free online class since it's Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Hopefully, some of you guys are on to join me and enjoy a fun class featuring the beautiful butterflies. So, how are we today, my friends? Let me get my comments up. If you're on with me, come on in, say hello, let me know that you're here. If you're catching the replay, make sure you comment replay so I can swing back around and say hi to you guys. So while we have some friends joining us on this beautiful day, the sun is shining here in Pennsylvania. It's a little bit crisp, which I don't hate. We were talking in my class last night, my make and take class. We're ready for spring. We don't need to jump right to summer, but we're happy to have some spring. I got some sun shining in. Let's just turn a little bit. There we go. And I got sun glare on my face here, but that's okay. I like the sun. We've had some gray. We've had some rain. So yes, for the sun. Office assistant is here getting ready to go take a little snoozle while we do some stamping today. So good morning, Lori and Tisha, Rebecca. So happy to have you guys here. So just real quick, I want to give a little bit of an announcement, I guess, and some of you may be aware. Facebook has made some changes. So if you're joining me on Facebook, when I do my lives, whether you're watching live in person or you're catching the replay, the videos or recordings are stored on my Facebook page. And Stampin' Up! Has decided, sorry, not Stampin' Up! No, Stampin' Up! Did not do this as a Facebook thing. Facebook's decided that those videos are valid for 30 days. So after every 30 days, I'm going to lose my video recordings, which means you can't reference, you can't go back and catch those videos. So I'm not going to save them. I'm not going to download them and store them because I stream to YouTube at the same time. So what you are watching, if you are on Facebook, this exact same video and recording is also on my YouTube channel. So you can hop over to YouTube and catch all of my videos. So I'm not going to worry too much that they're leaving Facebook. I want to make sure you guys know, head over to YouTube, to my YouTube channel. It's Jody Breckville, Stampin' Queen. You can find me there. There are years worth of videos. Shocking, I know, but I've been doing this for a long time. My kids could not believe when they first found out I had a YouTube channel. They were like, what? My mom's on YouTube? That's insane. I've been doing it since they were like in maybe middle school or junior high, something like that. So there's lots of recordings there, but you can always go there and you can actually even watch on YouTube as well. So if some of you are on, Colleen and Rebecca, I think they are on YouTube. A couple of you are on Facebook. So my YouTube name, Tisha, is Jody Breckville, Stampin' Queen. Try to keep it the same, so it's easy to find me. But if you head over to YouTube, you can subscribe to my channel, and I would highly encourage you to do that. There is notifications. It's like a little bell. You can click that to be subscribed and alerted. So when I am live or post videos, I do some recordings there as well. You'd be able to see those. So I want to make sure you guys are aware of that. So if you ever want to go backwards and rewatch something, go over to the YouTube channel. Don't worry too much about Facebook. So good morning, Marcia. So happy to have you. So today, everyone's well. I hope everything's good in the neighborhood. We are going to do my online class. So I do monthly classes in my studio right here behind me. So the girls were here yesterday morning, yesterday evening, and then I bring that class to my Facebook friends or my YouTube friends, my virtual world friends, or my phone friends, as I like to call you, because I'm recording on my phone. So we are going to work with beautiful butterflies today. So this class is absolutely free. You can watch the recording, and then you can hop over to my blog, which is scrolling at the bottom later today. Okay, I got to go stamp with my senior center today. So later today, I will get my blog post up and rolling, and you can see the still photos and the dimensions for the projects. If you place an order with me during the month, you get the full tutorial for free. I just email it right to you. So that's a little perk that I give for those of you who are purchasing with me. And speaking of purchasing, are you guys aware of the new Stampin' Rewards? They started yesterday. So our new Stampin' Reward program went live yesterday, the 15th, tax day. So hopefully everyone got their taxes submitted. You weren't too stressed yesterday. I don't think ours, I have not signed anything, so I don't think ours are done yet. But we usually have an extension because of the farm. And so I haven't signed anything yet, but that is super exciting. Rewards are exciting. Tax day is not. So, hi, Cindy. Glad to have you on with me. Since we're just going to do a little bit of a chatter, and if you're catching the replay, you can always fast forward. One thing that I do after the video has aired also is I put my segments in. So you can fast forward to the segment for card 1, card 2, card 3, card 4. Make it a little bit easier for you guys so you don't have to follow along with all the chit chat. But when we're live, I like to chit chat with you guys. So new Stampin' Rewards have happened. This means when you place an order, when you hit $20, you are going to start earning rewards. So the rewards are stored in your online account. If you do not have an online account, you'll want to get one so that you can get rewards. And it's super easy it was super easy for me to use yesterday. It's super easy for customers to use, for demonstrators to use. Very, very happy about the new rewards program. So if you're confused or not sure about this reward program, let me know. I don't want to talk too much about it because it's live. And so mainly the thing you need to remember is you need an online account and you need to opt in to getting rewards. So when you go into your online account, you sign in with your email and your password, a pop-up comes up and says about the new reward program. Do you want to accept or be a part of it? You say yes. And then bada bing, bada boom, you're going to start earning rewards once your order has hit $20. 10% you are going to get back. So some of my girls put their orders in yesterday. I was still able to place them like I normally do. So they didn't have to do anything online. I'm able to place the order. The rewards went in their account and they have rewards that will just start to accumulate every time they order, whether it is through their online account or with me. You can still order with your demonstrator if that's how you've been doing it. Absolutely. And so we know how to do that now. So the rewards accumulate for 1 year from the time they were earned. And so you are able to then use them within that year. So if you earn them in December of 2025, you have through December of 2026 to use them. So it's not a calendar year. It's the year from when the rewards earned, which is wonderful. And you can stock them up and get big ticket items should you decide, or, if you need a pack of cardstock here. The only thing that I'm going to have you watch is your shipping costs. So there is this had to happen first, and we're working on some combined shipping to make things a little bit better for those of us who order together. So for instance, I order, everything comes to my house, and then I can deliver or pick up for my local folk. And so we are working on having something like that for the end of the year, but it's not happening right at the moment, which means you want to watch how much your order is, because there is a minimum shipping amount. So the minimum shipping is $7.95, and you want to watch how much your order is. So for instance, if you're ordering something for $20, you're going to pay $7.95 shipping. If you order something for $70, you're going to pay $7.95 shipping. So kind of keep an eye on that shipping. And sometimes you might want to just wait and put a bigger order in at the same time. You can also talk to me or your demonstrator if you're local to be like, how can I kind of save a little bit on shipping? Because we have some ways of doing that. But that means you don't get rewards. So that's where kind of the catch-22 can come in. We can help you save on shipping, but then you might not get the rewards in your account. So anyway, any questions about that, message me and let me know. Oh, Mary Ellen's getting ready for a spring snowstorm. That does not sound fun at all. I guess the blessing of a spring snowstorm is they're usually pretty quick. They come in pretty quick and go out pretty quick, I think. Just having been out in the Midwest for many, many years, I think that's something that we learned is they can come hard and fast, but usually they don't stick around too long. But yeah, spring snowstorms my husband lives for a spring snowstorm because he likes to ski. So, all right, my friends, everybody. Hi, Deb. Sorry, that's my dog retching. That's always fun. And Susie's on with us. So yay. And Joan, there's Joan. All right. Joan's in Washington, and we got Mary Ellen in Montana, I think. So yay. Thanks for joining me from all across the country, you guys. Let's do some stamping, shall we? I have a brand new phone. So things were a little bit different for me this morning, and my layout for my streaming software is a little bit different. So bear with me while I figure out what the heck I'm doing. Let's switcheroo here. Good morning, Glory. I see you popping up there. Okay, hopefully we are on and good to go. So we're going to work with the beautiful butterflies. I am so thrilled that this is what we're going to call a carryover. This suite is in our current mini catalog, but it is going to carry over and be an online exclusive when the new catalog goes live. So we have the stamp set, we have the dies, and then the gorgeous hybrid embossing folder. So we're going to play with those today. There's our embossing folder. Love, love, love the butterflies. And just a quick reminder that my Beautiful Butterflies Creative Collective is available this entire month. So this collective can be earned free with I want to make sure, oh my gosh, that pop-up is there again. So frustrating. And I can't see what is going on. Okay, that's all right. I wanted to make sure you guys can still see me and hear me okay. So give me a comment and let me know that my switch worked, especially with my new phone. That was my concern. A couple buttons are not where they used to be. So Creative Stamping Collective, this is a 12 bundle tutorial series, videos, pictures, dimensions, all kinds of good stuff. And we have 12 demonstrators that get together each month and put together this amazing tutorial. So you can purchase it for only $15, or you can earn it free from me with your $60 purchase this month. So super easy. In the description of this video, I have got the link so you can go over if you're interested in just purchasing it. Straight out the $15. It's an immediate download. And so it will come to your email and you can download it, and then you just, all the videos are there, the descriptions there, the dimensions are there, everything you need for the tutorial. There are some amazing demonstrators doing some amazing projects with this beautiful butterfly. So we've got that. So let's get going with our first project. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. I wanted to see how I have these listed in my tutorial because I like to do them in the same, but I didn't do that. So this card right here, these are very easy cards that I create for my make and take class. And we're using everything from that bundle as well as the Bokeh Designer Series paper. So let's fold our fresh freesia in half. I'm not going to share dimensions right now because I will put them on my blog. So if you want to recreate these cards, you can hop over to my blog and you'll be able to see the dimensions there so you don't have to try to stop and start the video and all that good stuff. So we're going to take a piece of the Bokeh Designer Series paper. Got some gilt on this paper for sure because it's beautiful on both sides, right? And ahead of time, we have the basic white that was embossed with the butterfly embossing folder. And I'm going to add that piece of DSP right across here and trim off. I have a little bit extra on the end there, so I'm going to trim that down. I'm noticing that I am still missing my bone folder. So somewhere along the line, one of those little Stampin' Gnomes has come in and swiped it. Swiper, no swiping. Daggone. I forgot to look for it. Maybe I have it packed to go to the senior center today. So I've got 10 seniors I'm stamping with today. I'm very excited about that. I have a couple different senior centers that I go stamp with, and we have such a fun time. All right, ahead of time, I did the nested labels, and we're going to stamp our sentiment with Balmy Blue. Little bit of fresh, fun spring colors here. Got some pretty colors. Balmy Blue and Fresh Freesia. Now on a piece of designer paper, I am going to stamp a Fresh Freesia butterfly. And then we're going to cut him out. Cut him out. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on now. We're going to use some Pop-Tarts on there. So a couple of dimensionals. Using up the nubbins. You know, that's my favorite thing. I love when I get to throw away one of these sheets. Use up all these little guys here. So, everybody ready for Easter? We have our daughter coming home tomorrow. I shouldn't say home. I said that last time. We have a daughter coming to town. This is not her home, and I need to get over that. And her boyfriend's coming along, so I'm very excited about that. Let me grab my baby boss. So I do need to do a little bit of die cutting. So we're going to have a big family dinner on Saturday night. The farmer is a cooking. We had, if you guys follow me on Facebook, you might have seen that my refrigerator last week, was it last week or the week before? My refrigerator decided to turn into a freezer. So we had everything in my fridge became frozen as the fridge got really, really cold. So we had a guy come out and he was able to fix it. It was a pretty easy fix. So we got that taken care of. So this week, the fridge decided to tank and not be a fridge at all. So it's not a freezer and it's not a fridge. Everything has been rotting in my refrigerator. So excited to have Easter dinner when you don't have a fridge, right? So we've just been kind of waiting for a part to come in. And yesterday, the farmer convinced them to please, please, please help us have a fridge for Easter. So we did get it fixed and everything. We threw out all the rotten stuff because you know when your hot dogs go bad, if your hot dogs go rotten, you know that that's bad. That is never good. And the hot dogs belong to my office assistant. All right, so that he can take all of his pills. So what we got going on here is I die cut out that little butterfly. Okay, so we got him die cut out. And then we're going to add one of these little white bodies here. So let me get some glue. See if my green glue feels like working today. I want a little tiny bit of green glue. I don't want a lot. I just need a little dollop of daisy. All right, come on, just a little bit, just a little bit. I'm so scared. I don't want a big glop of it. There we go. Okay, let's put that butterfly body on. And it just gives a little bit of pop here. He has a body on the stamp, that's fine. But I like that he had a little bit of pop here with his white body. I liked it. All righty, so dimensionals on that feller. And he's just going to kind of hang out right there on the edge. And there you go. There's a very quick and simple time to celebrate kind of birthday card, wedding card, shower card, could be anything. And then you can add some gems. These are, I believe, the tinsel gems, the 3-pack of tinsel gems, which I'm out of. I'm kind of winding down on gems until that new catalog comes. But gems, I mean, they make everything better. So whatever you have works. Trust me. You can't go wrong with gems. Am I right? Okay, so there's card number 1. Card number, well, let's do this one. Card number 2, a little bit of a different fold on this one. So get my pieces and parts here. Oh my gosh, Laura, you go to the zoo for Easter. That is so cool. How fun. All right, so this card is a little bit different. You've got a score line right here. So we're going to fold that score line. And then I took a piece of the basic white and I did the embossing with that awesome embossing folder. Awesome. I love this folder. And we have a new one that is sailboats. And I got it and I can't wait to play with it. And it's going to be a class coming up in June, I believe, because in May, we're going to play with the textured notes and that really cool embossing folder. So I've got a couple classes planned with that one. Now, I know I'm going to trim this one a little bit later, so I'm not going to do that here because I got a little bit of card base there and I want to get rid of that. Okay, so this is a fun card to do if you've got some pretty designer series paper and you feel guilty about covering the front and the back. Use a DSP piece, and then when you open it, you've got beautiful on both sides. So this is cool because you've got the raised butterfly here, but then here you've got the depressed in butterfly, and I love that. Then I'm going to take a piece of the designer series paper and just add a strip along the edge just for a little bit of focal point. This is definitely the true bokeh with those little like sunspots or color spots on there. Then we got our die cut ahead of time butterfly. Here is his bode. Now, I didn't look to see if any of my team members are on here, but these cards might look familiar if you are a member of the Movalist Stampers because we'll be making these at my meeting in a couple weeks. Oh, wait, hold on. Not a couple weeks, next weekend, I think. Yeah, like next weekend. That's the last weekend of April, isn't it? Next weekend. That just seems crazy pants. Let me tell you that April is going by so very, very fast. All right, we're going to take hello with this one and stamp it on a piece of scrap paper. Hello. Just a great little sentiment because it can mean anything. So this is a nice card to have because you could say, hello, it's time to celebrate. It's your birthday. Hello. In case you need me, I'm here. We have a couple good sentiments there. Giving that a couple seconds to dry because we are going to fussy cut it. I know. Did I hear some of you guys roll your eyes? Some people like to fussy cut. Some people do not. And I get it. Grabbing myself some boogers. So a couple glue dots here. And we're just going to glue dot his bode. I'm not gluing down his wings. I want them to be free in case he decides he wants to fly off of the card. Now, that big butterfly is right there, right front and center. I am going to overlap it. You would not have to, but since it's right there, front and center, I'm just going to put that butterfly right over top of it. Joan doesn't mind fussy cutting. That's good. It's fun, but sometimes it takes a little bit of patience, good eyes. This is where we said we were struggling last night. We are struggling with our eyeballs. So our eyeballs are starting to get old, aren't they, friends? Are you a member of the Bifocal Babes Club? So I say I have a good pair of scissors and I keep the scissors still and I move the paper. That is my trick. And I have to find the right spot on my bifocals to be able to see. And that's another trick, but that's not anything that's an eye problem. That's not a stamping problem. Or as my eye doctor said when I first went in, probably about 40, I guess. I went in and I'm like, I'm having such a hard time seeing the TV and watching my phone and reading a book. And he was like, girl, you have a birthday problem. It's called turning 40, and everybody gets it. All right, I want a biddy for this one. So now I've got my biddy dimensionals out here. I'm just going to put a couple of those guys on. Add our hello. Right? Look at how cute. Cute, cute, cute. So there's card number 2. And then, of course, I will have white on the inside, and you can stamp that and make it pretty. But very, very simple and easy card. Okay, number 3. Now I'm going to take a break here because I want to this is a commercial break. In case you're still with me, quick reminder, Storybook Moments craft box, this mystery box, I still have a couple of them left. I think maybe there's 10 still available, and registration is going to end fairly soon because I need to get them out by the end of the month. So what is in the craft box? Well, let's take a look. Haha, nothing's in the craft box. I can't tell you because it's a mystery. So you have to take my word for it that you are going to love what is in the craft box. I can tell you, I used the Storybook Moments Suite. I focused on the Storybook Garden and I used the sentiments from the Storybook Friends. But you could use sentiments of your own because I know you guys have them. You could definitely sub in other sentiments. And you I want to say that I'm going to give you a sneaky hint. The paper is in here. Okay. So all that Storybook Moments paper has all those fun little cutouts and pieces that are already done. You could totally use them in place of the stamping. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying, friends? So if you decide that you want the bundle, you can get it at a discount with my registration. So I am offering it at a discount. So you can snag that. But what I'm saying is you don't have to have the bundles to create the mystery box projects. Okay, does that make sense? Because I know some people have asked me, do I have to have the bundle? You don't have to have the bundle. You could use something that you have similar, or that paper has all those fun die cuts, but lots of projects. I was kind of trying to keep it a little bit of a secret, but I'm going to tell you there's more than 4, more than 5, more than 6. So a lot of projects are in here. Product is in here, whatever you need to create your projects. The tutorial is included and a couple little fun surprises from me. So just saying, grab your mystery box before it's too late. I'm not gonna lie, every time I do a mystery box, this is my 3rd one, I always have people afterwards saying, did you have any more left? Do you have any more left? And I usually do not. I usually sell out of them. So like I said, I think there's 5. No, I think there's 10 left. So you can grab your mystery box. It will ship to you. If you are a Creative Escape Club member, I sent you guys a message to say I can add this to your Creative Escape Club. You just got to register for it, and then you could save on shipping because I can ship them in the same package. All right, registration is open now. It's been emailed, it's on social media, it's in the description of this video. And if you can't find the link, hit me up and I can send it to you. So back to your regularly scheduled programming. Now I've got a piece of petal pink, some Moody Mauve, which we're getting ready to say goodbye to, and basic white. So I took this and I punched out a circle from the 2 3/8 circle punch. We're going to do a little bit of blending here. So petal pink ink, blending brush. And I was given a little bit of a lesson because I know some people may not have used the blending brushes before. What I like to do is put my finger on the head of the blending brush because that neck is very wobbly and sometimes people have a little bit heavy handed and we don't want to snap its neck. That would be terrible. We'd have to have a funeral. We would be sad. We would cry. So don't snap its neck. Put your finger there for a little bit of stabilization. Then I dip into my ink pad and I swirl to pick up ink. And then I start off my paper just to make sure I've got a color that's not too dark. And then by circles, I just start going around that cutout, that template. Now, it might not look like I have done anything, but you can always go back and add more ink. You cannot take ink away. And this is also very, very light. I just want a light petal pink. This ink pad has also gone through 2 sets of classes yesterday, so it may need a little bit of juice, which I'll get it later, but sometimes it's too much. So I'm just going to add that little bit. So I'm just going in the swirly motions. You don't want to tap like sponge. You know how we're used to kind of sponging like this? I like the swirly motion. And the more I go around, the more ink is being added. So are you ready? It doesn't look like I really did anything, but look. Oh, it's beauteous. Simply beauteous. Then these can just rinse out with water. Now, some people have a color, a blush, a brush for every single color. I don't. I just rinse them out and use it for the next one. Now, I do want to pull in my squishy pad and a bit of scrap paper here because that seems to make the stamp work a little bit better, having some squish. Take my big, beautiful, bold butterfly here, add some Moody Mauve ink, and we're going to just stamp that big old baby right there. Now, baby butterfly, you're going to go here, flitting right there, and right here. Then this one, we're going to do hello as well. So just down here in the corner. Another generic card. I'm ready for whatever I need. Okay, there we are. Isn't that pretty? Super, super simple. And we're just going to do some layers and we are good to go. So adding the white to the mauve, or say it like we're fancy, mauve. Add the white to your mauve. Maybe that's my Julia Child. I'm not cooking, but I'm stamping. Now, I somehow have misplaced my ribbon. I had some twine. It was here. It's not here. Well, pooh. Where? Is it stuck on me somewhere? I didn't see it. Do you guys see it? Sometimes I cannot see, and you guys are like on video, like, it's right in front of you, Jode. We can see it. You're just blind. I'm going to steal a piece. Robin Peter. It'll show up as soon as this video is over. I am sure of it. So I used on my sample. All right, let me show you the sample. This is totally worth a little bit of a chuckle. Here's my sample. Can you look at it? Look at my hello. Look at my butterfly. He has a little damage here. He got water on him. You know what that water is? That is Breck slobber. He shook his head like Turner and Hooch, and slobber went everywhere and landed on my card before I had a chance to get it into my packaging. So this card might have to be sent to somebody who gets it. I'm going to send you my dog slobber butterfly card. Who would love it? Who would love a dog slobbered butterfly card? All right, so I did use white baker's twine on this one, but I am out of white. So I subbed in the gray granite, and I'm going to tell you, I didn't hate it. I didn't hate the little bit of gray. Well, good Lord, I lost my scissors. Holy. Hope my day at the senior center goes a little better than that. All right, so let's add our ribbon on here. I'm going to do 2 pieces of twine. Wrap that around. I checked the floor. I don't see it. I even checked my shirt to make sure it's not sticking on my shirt. But you never know. I could have potentially stolen it last night too and used it. Maybe somebody else lost their ribbon. So I might have stolen it ahead of time, but I thought I saw it here while I was unpacking, but it's okay. It's just ribbon. No big deal. Tack these edges down so that they stay. I don't want them to come off on me. And we'll add that to our petal pink. So what do you think about this card color, this color combo, pink and mauve? What do you think? Pink and mauve. Buffy, what do you think? Sounds pretentious. All right, slip this under here, slide under there, tie ourselves a little bow, and then we can add some gems. The gems I used, the gems I used were the Pretty and Pink, or not Pretty and Pink, Petal Pink and Peacock. Those were the gems. Out of those as well. They're retiring, so don't have any more of those. So these cards are going to be gem free, but I'll go see what's left in my stash and add. So what do you think there? What do you think? It's beautiful, yeah. Small. Marvelous. Marvelous mauve. All right. Last card, very similar to the one we just did, but we change up the color here with the balmy blue. So balmy blue card base. basic white and a bit of the bokeh. So this isn't my favorite piece of bokeh, but I was challenging myself to be like, you can use it, you can do it. It's got some yellows, some blues, some pinks in there. But then this side is really pretty too. So we've got some gilt with that one. So let's do this side, because I did use it here. So there's what it looks like. And I don't hate it. I don't hate it but it wasn't my favorite piece. Some of the other pieces are super pretty. But let's use this one since we already have done that piece. Okay, friends. Oh, there we are. I'm like, I literally had the squishy pad. Where did it go? So for this one, I'm going to use the Memento Black, and I'm really, really going to ink that up. Lots and lots of ink on there because I want it to be nice and black. One of my stampers that was here yesterday said this is when she likes to use the Stamparatus, or she happens to have a Miskey, so that you can stamp 1 or 2 times and be able to get a good dark, decent, deep black, rich looking butterfly. That's rich. Okay, there we are. Then we're going to add this Flutterby. And then this little baby one, little baby. Okay. Now, I'm going to do So Thankful, and I stamp that right there on a die cut piece. This actual die cut piece, this little label is in with the butterflies. You have a big long one and you have a short one, but I'm going to change it up because it's my video and I can. I'm going to do, hello, because that is very generic for me. So I can make it a thank you card. I can make it a birthday card. I can make it whatever. And it will not fit on this label. It's a little bit too big. So I'm just going to stamp it straight up right on the DSP. I really like the font. I think that's what I love that. Love it, love it. Okay, butterflies back in the box. Now, my little bit of ribbon, I think, is going to be, oh, can I do it? Yeah, let's challenge thyself. Got a little bit of balmy blue. This is the trio, 3 colors. It's got lemon lolly, flirty flamingo, and balmy blue. 3-pack. And, oh, good Lord, woman. You cut that 1/8 inch really, really close. Really. Challenge your eyes, why don't you? Okay, let's see. That's about the same, but I'm going to see if I can get myself a little bow here. And we'll go down a little bit there, wrap that around, and then add that to our card. Here's the sample if you can see what my OG one looked like. But I went off topic just a little bit today, and I like it. Boy, that DSP on the backside really changes the look, though, doesn't it? Look at the difference. That's the same designer paper. One is one side and one's the other. The front and the back, and dang, really changes the look. So let's see if we can get your old fingers to work here and tie you a teeny, teeny little bow, the littlest bow you've ever seen. Cut yourself more ribbon. Don't spare at home. That's my 2 cents today. Okay, so there's card number 4. There's 4, 3. We're missing one. What did you do with it? It was in the bucket. So there is our 4 card class from my monthly make and takes. There you go. What do you think? Beautiful butterflies. Love them. Love them. So glad they're sticking around. DSP is staying around. Folders staying around. Dies staying around. Stamps staying around. But you'll find them in the online store. All right. So again, really quick, if you came to my class, if you're one of my in-person people, if you came to class, you'll be getting your tutorial mailed to you, emailed to you. You can hop into my blog, which is scrolling there at the bottom. Later on today, I'll have the pictures and the dimensions posted, so you can check that out. Make sure you subscribe to my blog. That's a little plead for you guys. There will be a pop-up that comes on my blog. That is to join my newsletter. But if you scroll all the way to the very bottom of the blog, you will see that you can enter your email address. And every time I do a post, it will email right to you. So you don't have to worry about trying to find what you're looking for. It'll come right to your email. So every Wednesday, I am here live at 10 a.m. with a free class for you guys. Next week, I don't know what we're going to do next week. I haven't really thought too much about it. I've got kids coming in, we've got Easter, and I haven't thought too much, but maybe we should get something from the new catalog. I don't know. Or maybe we're going to do something with the textured notes because I'm digging that bundle, digging it hard. Okay. So, anyway, if you have a purchase with me this month, you will also get this tutorial. Doesn't matter how much the purchase is, but remember those new rewards kicked in. So, at $20, you're going to start earning rewards and you might get a free tutorial as well. So, any questions, as always, my friends, hit me up and make sure and come back and see me next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Thanks so much for joining me, friends. Have a wonderful week. Have a very, very blessed Easter, whatever it is that you are doing. I hope that it is wonderful and you're surrounded by friends and family and lots of love and able to celebrate the true meaning of Easter. See y'all next week. Bye bye.